Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to F1 Manager 23 Hardcore Series. Tonight we're going to the desert. We're racing at the Lusail International Circuit for the Qatar Grand Prix. And it's a sprint weekend as well. We are on the day of the Grand Prix, but we'll do a little bit of housekeeping first as always. How you doing, Horrific? Good to see you. So, we had a really big shunt with Mick in the last race. Wiped out a lot of parts, unfortunately. Knackered up one of his engines and damaged his ERS, which was brand new. So we've had to buy a replacement. We're not going to stick it in the car tonight. Might save that for Qatar. Might do it tonight. Actually, I might do it tonight. I don't know. Have I actually have a look? Have I got one that can get through tonight? Not really. Not without dipping in performance. Might have to put it in tonight. That's not ideal. I have got that one gearbox remaining. I think we'll try and get through tonight without one if we can, without a penalty, but that does mean we'll have to take one at Qatar. That's also a sprint weekend. At least it will give us a chance to recover a little bit as we move up through the order in time for the race. I think we did all of the stuff here that we needed to last night, but I'm going to double check anyway. That's so close to breaking now. 5 million, well, we can't upgrade this now. We just don't have the funds. I mean, we've got cash on hand, but I'm talking about in the cost cap. We don't have the cost cap money left. Likewise, we might not be able to afford to fix all the suspension simulator in time for next season as well. If I'd realised, I wouldn't have gone ahead and refurbed the team hub, but never mind. It is what it is. Race Sim is getting close to breaking. That has to be refurbed, really, ideally, given the long period where our drivers are going to be doing nothing but using the Race Sim. We're doing okay here, but again, looking at stuff breaking soon. What are we looking like for spare parts going into the Grand Prix? Nothing's in production. So everything we've got is there. We've got one spare suspension, one spare underfloor, 2 side pods, 3 rear wings, 4 front wings, 2 chassis, and after that we're on to older parts, I think. I can't afford to make new stuff, unfortunately. Right. Let's get some targets set for tonight. Well, let's see how we're looking, first of all. I believe our cars are both the same. Yep, they're all one in the same part. So let's see, where do we sit on the grid? Middle of the pack. High speed is better than medium speed, which is a bit of a shame for this circuit. I would have preferred to have the better medium speed here, but we'll make do. We are a pretty average car right now, but as we've said many times before, the margins this season are pretty small from a terrible position to a pretty good position. Obviously that's going to change next season. There's going to be some clear winners and losers in the regulation changes. Hopefully we won't be hit too hard compared to the rest of the grid, but I just don't know what they're doing research-wise. Maybe the reason we've been able to stay competitive is because we've spent more time developing than others have. That worries me a little bit, considering how McLaren have fallen away a bit and Williams have definitely fallen away. It sounds to me as though they're really pumping hard for next season, which means they could be uncatchable next year. But we'll have to cross that bridge as and when we get to it. The incentive is 2 cars into Q3. We have been able to do that recently, but it's dry tonight, so I don't know if we'll be able to actually do that or not. We're going to be a bit more conservative. We need as much extra cash on hand as we can. We're going to go 2 in the top 12, both cars into Q2. Fastest laps, the incentive, we're going to guarantee 2 in the top 12 again. We've got a quali position streak, 1 in the top 10 for 2 races. If we get that tonight, that's another 340 grand in our pocket. And we're going to start a new streak. Now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weekends to go. So if I do 1 for 5, then we won't get the chance to do 1 in the final race. So we're going to do a streak for 4 events. We're going to go 2 in the top 14. There we go. And that will leave us the ability to do a 2-race streak for Vegas and Abu Dhabi, which will be worth a little bit of extra cash. And with all of that done, we are ready to head to Lusail.
Our calendar brings us to the Middle East this weekend for the Qatar Grand Prix. Making its debut as a Formula One track in 2021, Lusail International is Qatar's Grand Prix circuit. Designed initially with motorbike racing in mind, drivers will need to adopt that two-wheeled mentality of speed and manoeuvrability if they want to succeed here. As a desert track, Lusail is dusty and challenging. Grip levels are crucial and can change throughout a race weekend or even during a single session. The unique layout demands the highest possible downforce despite being a relatively open track.
This time, teams have 2 races to contend with, as a sprint race will decide the starting order for the weekend's Grand Prix.
Stay right here, because we're just getting started.
Let's get our cars prepped and ready then for first practice. This is obviously an important one because it's a sprint weekend. Need to get the cars dialed in if we can. Lusail is 18 laps for a split run. Setup, I've got a few to choose from. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 7 in the book. Let's pick one of them. They're all with a 13 rear wing. So I'm going to go with a 9, 13, a 6, 4, 3.45, and 1. And we're running, I think, the worst parts we can. Yeah, I can't get away with a different gearbox. That is our worst ERS unit that we can get away with. And obviously it's our worst engine that we can get away with as well. Let's move on to Oscar's car. Again, we're going to go medium tyres. We're going to save the hards for possibly second practice after sprint quali, or maybe for the race. I'm not sure yet. Run plan, again, 18 laps. Drop those pace settings. We've got parts to swap out here. Going to go with that engine and that ERS and that gearbox. Right, set up for Oscar. Let's go 6.5, 13. We'll go 8.2, 3.4, and a 0.65. Go, and we are ready to head to the track.
A bit less curb.
There we go. So yes, it's official. Alpha Tauri have now have revealed their rebranded name for the 2024 season, and it is the Visa Cash App RB F1 team, which is just ridiculous. It's not quite the worst name that's ever existed, and that still goes to Sauber, who were initially going to be called the Stake F1 team Kick Sauber, but they've now shortened it to just the Stake F1 team after much derision from everybody online. And I'm going to have another little mini rant again. I don't like when teams just sell off the naming rights of their team for nothing other than simply just a commercial partnership. You know, there's no technical partnership, it's simply just a commercial partnership. I didn't really like the fact that Toro Rosso rebranded to Alpha Tauri, which is the name of Red Bull's fashion line, but you know, it's still technically part of their company. You could kind of understand that one. I didn't like that Alfa Romeo became the name of Sauber when Alfa Romeo were not providing engines. They were literally just providing their name on a Ferrari engine. Wasn't a big fan of that. It's misleading. It makes you think that Alfa Romeo are actually in the sport when they're not. And I won't be sad to see that partnership, you know, ended now that it's over. And I really don't like the fact that, you know, Red Bull have now decided to rebrand Alpha Tauri to the Visa Cash App RB. You know, it's what if Liverpool Football Club suddenly became Standard Chartered FC, which is essentially, I mean, it's a slight over exaggeration, but it's in theory it's exactly the same thing. I mean, they're selling the name of their identity to just someone who wants to shill a product, and I really don't like that. I really don't like that at all. All right, mini rant over. Let's concentrate on the racing. We've got a lot of it tonight. We've got a sprint race and then the main race. Tyre wear is definitely a factor at this circuit because the track is, even when it's going to be a little bit cloudy, a little bit overcast on race day, the track temperature is still very high. It's still in the 40s. You know, it will overheat the tyres if we push them too hard. For that reason, I am considering having an extra set of hard tyres available for the race. Not sure if I'm going to go ahead and do that yet. I'm still umming and ahhing. I don't think softs are going to be particularly useful this weekend unless we get like a safety car maybe. 87% isn't bad, but we need more than that, so we're going to call Oscar straight in.
Anything to sound balance?
And Mick at 90, again, not enough. We need to call him in as well.
Okay, understood.
Got to get these setups locked in ASAP.
Oh, I can feel that.
Hopefully we can do that on this next run. Must remember I'm going to put some extra fuel in, just in case we do get it right. Do that first. So we want to throw in an extra 4 laps of fuel. Ah, damn it. I actually just hit confirm when I didn't mean to do that. What I meant to do was this. There we go, put the fuel in, then go back up. Right, that's going to be a 7.3 then. Got a few 7.3s to choose. We've got 5 in the book that are 7.3s. Let's see, I've got one that's an 8.5, 13, 7.3, 3.35, and a 0.95. How does that look? Not too bad. It would need to be a 0.9, really. we'll try that. And as soon as Oscar's finished refueling, we'll make changes to his setup. Ah, okay, that's pretty non-committal in any direction, really. Let's go to a 7.3. Let's put that to a 7.5, 13, 7.3, 3.4, and a 0.8. That's not going to work, so I need to either push that all the way up, or more likely push the front wing up. Let's go 8, 13, 7.3, 3.4, 0.95. That is too much as well. Let's try 3.45 and a 1. That's now too much on the front wing. Might have to wing this one. How does that look? Yeah, that's not going to do it. It's too much. 7.5, 13, 7.3, 3.4. Again, that's too much on the traction. That's the one I tried first of all. Maybe I'm trying to change too much. Maybe that is still an 8.2. Let's take a look at doing that and see what that brings us. Hopefully some good news. Don't see any rookie names on the grid. Go. On feedback in the 3s. Need a little bit more. We are getting close. Running out of time in the session as well, down to just 18 minutes left. Not really going to get much time to make changes and send them back out again if we aren't close enough here.
How was that?
88%. It's like no change. 97 for Mick though. Mick is close enough that we can leave him alone. Oscar though is still a mile off. This is going to hurt his starting confidence.
Yeah, that was great.
We're not going to get him close to 100 tonight. Alright, we've gone the wrong way with the cornering. That needs to come back to there, which means that needs to change significantly as well. Yeah, I've got nothing in the book that's even remotely close to this. I'm just guessing at this stage. This isn't going to fix the straights, that's going to break the straights, so we need to have a little bit more movement there. Let's go back to a 6.5. Go with that and just hope that's enough. I really don't know. And we're not going to get much in the way of feedback here either, so we can make some wholesale changes and it could be way off and we won't really know until it's too late. Schumacher has a real chance of getting up to 100% confidence, assuming we can nail the setup. It's at 97%, so that'll be probably either a front wing change or maybe a change to the cornering.
Checkered flag.
Got some partial feedback with Oscar. Not as much as I would have liked. Evening, Hedgehog. You want to make me suffer even more than I already do? Ah. Very kind of you. Right, qualifying.
It's time to determine starting positions for the sprint race, here in qualifying.
Just like a normal race qualifying session, drivers will battle it out for their starting grid position. But this time, it'll be for the upcoming sprint.
Now, there's been a bit of talk about Sergio Perez of late. How's he going to be feeling, do you think?
The main thing on my mind was their speed in practice. They just weren't that fast. But was that down to the driver, the car, the team experimenting? We don't know, and we'll just have to see how they fare in qualifying.
Well, it's almost here. Qualifying, coming up soon.
He's still bitter about the pit stop times. Oh dear. Right, let's see, how far away are we? Oh, it is a little bit more than I thought. We're going to go with that and just see if that works. I hope that works. Let's put in the good bits that we can. So we've got to break open the new engine tonight. We'll go with that ERS for quali. We'll stick with that gearbox as well. That'll be fine for quali. Might even be good for the sprint. Oh, actually no, by the time we get through second practice, maybe not. Well, you've got no choice really. Right, Oscar's going to run the 74% engine tonight, ERS. We're going to go with that one. Gearbox will be fine. And yeah, I can't, much as I would like to, I can't risk running them on, it's not even giving me the option to run on medium tyres. It's softs all the way. So, never mind.
It should be green now. Just focus on the tyre temps then.
Copy. Concentrate on the tyre warm-up as best we can.
Copy.
I'd like to get through with as few runs as possible tonight, if at all possible. Just to save as much life in the tyres as we can. But it all depends on confidence and, you know, what kind of pace we can do on these first runs. How you doing, Mr. Water? Hamilton heading out of the garage.
Clear ahead. Okay, go now, go now.
Good space at the moment.
Right, I don't think we'll catch Hamilton
We're good to push next lap.
before the end of the lap, or at least not in a way that will hurt us. That Haas shouldn't get to the end of the pit lane before Mick gets through. Oh, that's close. I don't know if we got held there. I didn't go on board, so I can't tell, but I think we're okay. Go back to Oscar. Ocon leaving the garage now as well. He's just going in through turn 1. Magnussen is the Haas. And Valtteri coming out as well. He might get in the way of Lewis actually. A little bit of a lift. Oscar, ooh, excuse me. Oscar up to the line, 122.4.
So delta negative.
About Mick.
Cool as much as you can.
8 thousandths difference, so very, very close between the two drivers.
So,
I'm
it's
hoping
gonna
those
be
will be
normal
enough to
in
get
that
us
Mercedes.
through without having to run again, but somehow I don't think we will be able to sit on those times. Really don't want to have to do another run. So what time is Hamilton going to post? This will determine an idea of our pace. Please be slower. Yeah, 4/10 slower. That's a little bit more encouraging. Let's see, where's Magnussen?
Box.
Just getting back into the garage now.
Good entry.
Pit limiter on. Okay, mate, so
Right, he's a
let's
second
swap
slower.
the marks,
That's
wait for a couple
good.
of seconds
Right,
and switch
Ocon.
off.
I think he's next across the line. And then it'll be Bottas. Quicker than Ocon by a 10th. What about Valtteri? Goes quicker than Hamilton. He's 3 tenths behind us. Stroll goes up to 4th. We're faster than Stroll. That's encouraging. We're faster than Leclerc. Did not expect that at all. Keep an eye on Norris. Looks like he's got Gasly on an outlap in front of him. Oh, he got held up a little bit. Just a little bit. And Norris goes quicker by 3 tenths. I didn't see that one coming. Right, Max on his flying lap. This will be a true indication of what our pace is against the front runners. Oh, he's getting held up by his teammate. Really badly held up by his teammate there at the start of the third sector there. It's still quick enough a second though, wow. So we're slow compared to, well, I knew we were going to be slow compared to Max, but I mean, if he got held up like that and still goes quicker than us, that's very ominous. Yuki yet to leave the garage. Sainz on his flying lap. That's Alonso getting out of the way. Neither Ferrari has started their flying lap yet. We've got one right in front here. That's Russell. Gets out of the way. What can Sainz do? Got Williams crossing the line. That's going to be Zhou. He's down in 10th. 7 tenths slower than us. Williams really have fallen apart in the second half of the season. Sainz is slower than us. Alright, let's watch Russell as he starts his flying lap. I think we might be good enough to stay in the garage here. I mean, there's cars that are definitely going to improve. Leclerc is definitely going to improve. We don't know how quick the Ferraris are yet. There's a little bit of a queue of traffic that Alonso's having to negotiate. He gets past Porsche and Tsunoda. Now he's coming up to the back of Sainz. Somebody just went in. I didn't see who it was. Might have been Gasly. Yeah, Gasly up to 7th. Giovinazzi struggling to get through some traffic as well, but I'm not too worried about Giovinazzi. Got Perez about halfway around the lap. Russell is top. Alonso slightly quicker than us. Perez is going to get a nice little draft to the line here. Behind Porsche and Tsunoda. But it's only good enough for 10th. Is Perez running old parts? Because they talked about him being slow in practice. Let's have a look. He's got an old ERS. He's got an underperforming engine, but it's not dead yet. His gearbox is okay. Russell's engine is definitely dying. Brand new gearbox. Max is on quick parts, as is Charles. Hamilton's on old stuff. Let's take a look at Alonso. Older engine. Very old engine for Stroll. Not sure what to make of this. Porsche is going to get one hell of a slipstream here on the back of Tsunoda. He's not running amazingly new parts either. Just Haas seem to have suddenly found a little bit of pace, or at least Porsche has. He's going to get a mighty slipstream here. Where does Yuki go? Up to 7th, Porsche up to 9th. Just a 10th slower than Tsunoda. That's not bad, considering he's in the dirty air through all those twisty corners. I think we're good enough to stay in the garage. Anyone on a flyer right now? Oh, Hamilton is. See, he should improve, but it's a question of how much he improves by. Leclerc now almost in the drop zone. If we can't get out of the top 10 being just 4/10 off the lead, then there's something very, very wrong. We are going to get probably pushed right down a fair few positions, but we should still be okay. Hamilton up to the line. Just not improve. Hamilton might be out. I don't know if he's going to have time for another lap. Unless he's cooling down and going again. But Hamilton could be out in Q1 here. Magnussen starting his flying lap. And Hamilton's on an in lap rather than an out lap, so he's boxing. He might, if he's really lucky, have time to go straight back out again. Bottas starts his flying lap. He's got plenty of clear track in front. Well, for a bit until he hits one of those two Williams cars. Haas coming up to some traffic here for Kevin. That is Perez and Verstappen in front. Nose to tail. Has to thread the needle. Hamilton getting out of the way. Zhou now starting his flying lap. Magnussen improves to 7th. But it's still behind us. Everyone's piling out now. That's going to make it awkward for these two. Oh, big problem for Perez there and for Verstappen. So much traffic catching them as they were entering turn 1 there. They got stuck behind Porsche. We might not see an improvement from either of these two here. Well, Perez I would expect to see some improvement, but I don't think Max will improve. And it's not done yet. There's still more traffic in front. Quite a bit more traffic. We got Magnussen on his slowdown lap next. And then one of the Astons. That's Stroll. And now Sainz. Hamilton has gone back out. Oh, that was ridiculously close. Didn't even see him on the map. Yeah, this is going to be a bad lap. I don't know if Perez is going to improve here. Max does improve. Perez does not. So Perez is vulnerable. Charles Leclerc is in real trouble here. Needs to find something. Should have a relatively clean run. I don't think he's going to have traffic issues. Same for Hamilton, who's just behind him on track. Let's ride the ham cam. So we've got an Aston close behind. It was Alonso who's gone top. He was already ahead of us, that's fine. Sainz crosses the line, stays in 12th. Russell stays in 3rd. Stroll goes 5th. The list of cars left to set a time is dwindling. We're safe. It's down to Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton to see if they can drag themselves out of the bottom here. If either of them make it, that says sends Perez out of Q1. You've got to imagine that Leclerc's going to get through. I don't know about Hamilton. Who is going to be the last car to set a time. Charles Leclerc improves to 1st. That's Perez out. And no improvement from Hamilton. Hamilton is out in 18th.
All right, mate, well done. We're through. P10.
And they were pretty good tyres as well. They were brand new tyres, I think. So, yeah, Hamilton has no pace tonight. The misery continues for Mercedes, with Sainz only just getting through as well. Tsunoda will have that 3-place penalty for torpedoing Zhou. Zhou also has a penalty. That's got to be for replacement parts. We don't know if Tsunoda's had to replace parts as well. We'll check in the next session. Actually, we can check now, data view. Let's have a look. So, Tsunoda is running a new gearbox tonight. Zhou is running a new gearbox and a new ERS. So I'm guessing it's the penalty is for the ERS unit. So that'll be a 10-place penalty for Zhou. I think Yuki might be okay. Just a 3-place penalty. Let's move on to Q2. Oh, we went the wrong way. Let's go to an 8.5. See if we can at least recover the traction, the cornering and the oversteer. We're going to break the braking stability, but it might improve our setup. We got 92%. Oh, we're way off on the front wing look. I'm going to go... 8's probably going to be a bit too much. I'm going to go to a 7.5 and just see if we can at least get closer. Again, we're going to break the braking stability and the traction, but it might give us the straights, it might give us the cornering, and it may give us the oversteer. So hopefully it'll balance out as a net gain. We'll see. How you doing, Farah? Let's put those scrub tyres on. And we'll send them out. He just missed Hamilton qualifying in 18th.
Okay, let's concentrate on those tyres and brakes.
Copy.
Just start to work on your front tyres and brake temps.
Copy.
The beauty of rewind, indeed. You missed another mini rant as well at the start of FP1. Free practice one. It's only a short one about the ridiculous name that AlphaTauri have now officially unveiled for this next season coming. They are officially the Visa Cash App RB F1 team. And I vociferously communicated my disappointment at that, shall we say.
Let's take advantage of some clear air in front. Let's go.
I'm going to push next lap.
So track is clear. You're good to push.
Oh, Schumacher might have a little bit of traffic here. Got Stroll in front. Hopefully Stroll will get out of the way. A little lift. Well, there is just a little lift there anyway, so hopefully he didn't get held up then. That's why I quickly jumped over to Piastri's car, just to see if he did the same little lift, and he did. I know there is a little hiccup on the acceleration there normally, so I don't think we've been held up here. And this time it's Schumacher who's setting the pace. And 22.3.
Let's follow the delta.
Pretty similar to what we did in the last session.
Right, so it'll be normal in-lap procedures from now.
Copy.
3/10 slower for Oscar.
Delta
Maybe he did get
negative.
slightly held up. I
Cool
don't
the
know.
engine.
Copy.
Or maybe it was Mick who got slightly held up in the first session, and that was disguised because he was only 8 thousandths behind Oscar. Maybe he is a few tenths quicker. He has got a brand new engine in, don't forget. There you can see, brand new powertrain. I mean, Oscar's is still supposedly good. Mercedes isn't supposed to... excuse me. Mercedes isn't supposed to start losing power until it hits 65%. Right, who's on a flyer right now? Alonso. And Stroll.
Copy, Piastri.
Pit limiter on. We'll have guys waiting for you.
All right, Charles Leclerc setting a good
Awesome,
time
got that.
straight out the gates this time. Stroll slower than us. What about Alonso? Quicker. A couple of tenths. Let's go again on these tyres. Great first lap for Russell. Ooh, yellow flag.
Focus on tyres.
That's a Haas.
Copy.
Looks like he had a spin or a lockup.
So let's
Lock
take
up.
a look at the replay. Right, let's have a look as we go into turn 4. Well, you can see the lockup.
I think that was
They
a
took
flying lap
gamble,
as well, and
it
that's
was
going to
just
A,
too
ruin the
late.
lap, and B, ruin the tyres. Porsche, yeah, tyres now at 78%. And he has aborted the lap. We are potentially getting in the way of... Oh no, Russell's on an in lap, isn't he? Of course, Perez is out. We are pretty close to the back of Max here. We're going to get a really nice slipstream down the start-finish straight. Beyond that, we'll probably drop back quite quickly.
So we should be good on traffic. We're happy for you to push now.
So the question now is, I was going to say, has the slipstream down the main straight made up for all the time we're going to lose in the dirty air? And the answer appears to be no. 26.0. Oscar did 25.9. That's pretty close. But you can see how much behind Verstappen we are now. I mean, we're on old tyres as well, but yeah. Best driver in the best car, what do you expect? Oscar coming up to the back of Sonoda, I think. It might be Norris on an in-lap. I think it's Norris on an in-lap.
P5 at the moment.
So no improvement for Mick.
Nice lap.
What about
Let's finish
Oscar?
this lap and then we'll box, please. Finish this lap and then box.
Copy.
Oscar finds a little bit, but not much.
That's a really good lap. Make sure we're cooling the car.
Copy.
Very high confidence and not quite very high confidence. We'll put some fresh tyres on because we are going to need to if we're going to get through. And then it's just judging when's the right time to go out, because you saw just how much traffic there was for some of the cars at the end of Q2. At the end of Q1. Who's on a flyer right now? Anyone? No. Russell is on his out lap. Pourchaire's gone again because he had to abort that first run. What tyres is he on? Brand new? Yes, brand new tyres. As is Russell. Pourchaire may have enough time for another run if he's lucky, but this might be it. This might be his one and only run.
Pit limits on.
Alright mate, let's stop on the marks. Wait for 2 seconds and switch off.
Oscar pit limit.
Yeah, there's a few cars that are definitely going to improve. Stroll's going to improve. Gasly's probably going to improve. Tsunoda's going to improve, I would imagine. Magnussen's definitely going to improve, but it's a question of how much. And Pourchaire is obviously going to improve. But again, it's a question of how much. I don't think either driver is safe right now. Once that fresh rubber starts hitting the tarmac, I think we're going to see a lot of cars going a lot quicker. I don't want to go too early, but I also don't want to go too late so that the cars that are on their outlaps right now affect us and get in the way of us when we're on our flying laps. We need to judge this just right. What can Pourchaire do? This is probably it for him. He gets up to 10th, he's 1.2 seconds off. He will be eliminated. That time will not be good enough. And I'm going to send them now. There's only 2, maybe 3 cars that will catch us.
Good warm up on brakes. Copy.
And that's these two, Seitz and Russell. And possibly Zhou. Nice bit of clear track in front of both cars now. Nice little gap behind at the moment as well. Ocon is not close enough. Russell is done. Leclerc is done. Pourchaire is done. So now it's a question of where they end up. Sainz is going to catch us. Shouldn't compromise us too badly.
So
Might even help us slightly.
good to go. Clear track ahead. All right, mate, let's go.
Quite stay close enough for the slipstream. But it's not Schumacher I'm overly concerned about, it's Oscar. No improvement from Oscar. I did put on new tyres, I was just double checking. No improvement from Mick. Track temperature is 43 degrees right now.
And that is the checkered flag.
So, is this good enough? Neither driver's improving. Now we just have to play the waiting game. Mick will possibly be safe. Still don't know about Oscar. We've got 4 cars still on a flying lap. Here comes Ocon. Ocon pushes us down a place. What about Gasly? Tsunoda and Magnussen. Oh, Magnussen's getting a tow. Magnussen can't put us out. Tsunoda pushes us down to 10th. It's all down to Pierre Gasly, and he just might possibly have been held up slightly by Verstappen there. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Oh, Joe was only slower by 8 thousandths of a second. That was close. What can Gasly do? He can't improve enough. Both cars are in Q10. Q10 are in the top 10
P9
into
through.
Q3.
Good job.
Whew. And by a very fine margin, just 8 thousandths of a second. But it's enough. And of course, don't forget, Yuki does have at least 3-place penalty, maybe more. Joe is going to be at the back of the grid with his penalty. We improved to 97%. We'll leave him at that. And we did not improve with with Piastri. So we'll dial it back a little bit to 7 and see what that does. We actually lost 1% there. Again, we're going to start on the scrubs. Now let's think about this. I'm going to lose 2 sets of tyres in the next practice. I've got a sprint, which I'm going to do on the mediums, possibly the hards. Probably the mediums, and then for the race that'll leave me with 2 sets of mediums, and if I save the hards, 2 sets of hards, and that means I've got 1 set of softs for the race. I could use some brand new tyres. We only did the one run on that. I think we'll stick to just using the scrub tyres, and we'll save the other ones just in case, because you never know.
Green light.
It's a bit of brake temperature.
Copy. So let's just concentrate on the tyres and brakes.
Okay, copy.
Oh, I've lost my chat. I've got no messages in my chat. Let me close my browser down and reload it. Close the app down and reload the app. Yeah, still got no messages. So if anyone has typed something in and I haven't replied, it's not deliberate. I just can't see what you've written.
You got a good gap ahead.
Tyres seem to be warming up at the right rate. That's good.
And track clear. So let's go recharge off and push next lap.
If someone could just type something in, just say hello or whatever, just so I can see if it is still bringing stuff in, even though I've lost all the history.
Check my car, please check my car.
Makes CRS has
Okay,
finally
I'll let you
just
know.
decided to kick in. It's a little bit of wear right as we get into the final qualifying session, of course. At least the Red Bull gets out of the way. I see a dot from Shubham. Thank you. Schumacher might have been held behind sights there, but he'll get a nice toe up to the line.
Delta stay negative. And we need to cool the PU on this in-lap.
Yep.
Copy.
He's a tenth slower than Oscar. 1:23.0. That's not bad considering the state of the tyres. Okay, see what Max can do. He's on much better tyres than us, but still scrubs. And wow, yeah, that's quick compared to everyone else. It's very quick.
Oscar pit lane.
Blitzed the lap there. Alright, we're going to put brand new tyres on, and we're going to do 2 flying laps on brand new tyres. And then we'll have a set of tyres that have done 1 run, you know, held back as a backup set for the race.
Okay, mate, stop on the marks and switch off.
Alonso goes P2, he's a second slower. That is a mighty lap from Max. That's insanely quick. Right, Leclerc and Ocon, the last 2 to set a time, both coming up to the final corner. Leclerc goes second, half a second behind Max. Ocon a lot slower than Max.
Decent out lap, good scrubbing.
Yep. Copy. Let's get those brake temps warmed up.
Copy.
So now it's a question of will our second flying lap be an improvement on the first of these 2 laps? Will there be enough tyre life left? I hope so. But we do lose about 12% across an entire run, but that does include the in lap as well. But the flying laps do take a lot out of the tyres here.
Lots of bunching. So we can go.
I've got a Ferrari coming out the garage. Please don't get in the way, George.
Good to push next lap.
Right, Oscar's clear. Mick might catch him in an awkward place, but hopefully he won't. Yeah, thankfully we caught him in a nice favourable position there, not in the middle of a corner. No, I didn't know the score, but thank you. No improvement from Mick in the middle. That's a little worrying. Oscar up to 5th. Did a 1:22.4. That's still a long way off Max. But only 20 thousandths slower than Sainz. Oh no, I don't mind if someone posts the score. So what did Mick do? 123.0. Ooh. Yeah, that's not much of an improvement at all. Maybe that ERS is really hurting more than I thought it would. Confidence-wise, still not great. Oscar's getting close to peak confidence. He might get in it by, by the end of the second lap. At least again, we should have clear track. Russell coming through.
Nice big gap ahead. Push when you're ready.
And track clear, track clear. So we can get ready to push next lap.
Russell improves up to third, but he's still 7/10 off Max. Wow. Red Bulls are looking mighty. Well, Max in particular is looking mighty tonight. We'll ride with Mick because he's the one who's at the bottom of the standings here. Both drivers improving in the first. Russell gets out of the way nicely for us. Oscar up in the middle as well. This is encouraging. And he needs 0.02 of a second to pass Sainz. A couple of tenths, we're going to pass Alonso. Although Alonso's about to cross the line. Let's see what he improves to.
So that's the checkered flag.
Norris stays in fourth. Mick's up in the middle. Is that Alonso just starting his flying lap? I don't think it is. I think Alonso has yet to improve. Oh wait, that's Yuki. That's Yuki on track. Norris is in the garage. Oscar improves up to fourth place. Good stuff. Mick improves but stays 10th. Alright, so the ERS is definitely an issue. We are going to have to swap that out and take the penalty. That's 10 places. So Yuki's got a penalty. And Joe's got a penalty. So we're not the only ones. That's everybody across the line. So fourth place for Oscar. That is really good. Really, really good. We out-qualified Alonso. Can we stay ahead of him in the race? Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed we can. Alright, second practice. Gonna go with soft tyres. Let's start on those ones. 97%. We can't really improve that without breaking something else. So we'll leave it at that. That's good enough. So I doubt they'll last, but let's run for 40 laps if we can. Let's switch to the worst ERS unit. Change out the engine. And again, we're going to go soft tyres. 92% again. Huh. Just can't find the improvement that we need. May as well go back to the 6.5. That's been our worst race percentage on a setup for a while, actually, at 92%. Yeah, we'll put in the older parts. And let's send them both out. Oh, did I do his... Yes, I did.
And green light.
So it's going to be a very boring session. We're just going to run and run and run, try and get the track knowledge up as high as we can. Mick has a shot at getting his track knowledge up to 100. Oscar doesn't. Hopefully we can get it close. And by close I mean somewhere around 90% would be nice. Somehow I think even that might be asking a bit much. We're probably looking at about 85% maybe. Probably going to have to change the tyres as well. But I wanted to make sure that we handed back these ones rather than 2 sets of new ones. Oh, god damn it. Mick, again.
I'm very, 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 very sorry.
Car's on fire.
All okay?
I don't know what just happened.
2 races in a row.
Virtual safety car.
Luckily he's
Delta
running
positive.
old powertrain parts, but yeah. Mick's not getting to 100% track knowledge tonight. He's not even going to give us a
Let us
replay.
know your comments. The virtual safety car ending.
Copy.
That now means I may well have to buy a new gearbox for Mick as well, because I just don't think the last gearbox is going to go 6.5 weekends, because it's got a sprint and a race tonight. Well, no, 5.5, sorry. And then it's got a Qatar, which is a sprint weekend, Mexico, Brazil, which is a sprint weekend, Vegas, and Abu Dhabi. And one gearbox will not last all of that and still be functioning, you know, usably by the end of Abu Dhabi. Probably not even by the end of Vegas. That's a lot of mileage. And that's more spare parts gone as well. No idea just how bad things are, but it's just falling apart a little bit for Mick at the moment.
Nice checkered flag.
Luckily we have spare parts, what with this being a sprint weekend. If we didn't, that would be emergency manufacturing out of the ass. But yeah, luckily we can replace the damaged aero parts. Still, that's annoying.
Well, it's a different format this weekend, with a sprint set to spice up today's events. Well, we're going racing a little earlier this weekend, with a sprint now set to define the starting order for the Grand Prix itself.
It's not only the starting grid decided here, though. The top finishers in the sprint have the chance to score crucial championship points.
But just who will be the fastest around Lusail? We'll find out in today's sprint.
Alright, let's see how bad the damage is, shall we? It's bad. It's very bad. Ah, dear. Man alive, it's bad. There goes my spare chassis. Not covering yourself in glory tonight, Mick. Soft is asking a bit much. Alright, we're not going to put extra fuel in. We are going to push hard off the line. DRS will kick in at the end of the first lap, so it will come into play as we cross the line, or as we get to the end of the second lap. That'll be when we first get to activate it. Let's see if we can move Mick up a couple of places to minimise how far back he's going to drop thanks to that penalty for putting the new ERS in. In fact, alright, well, let me buy the new gearbox. Well, I might buy that after the sprint. Just really hope we don't break another chassis tonight. No, suspension, sorry.
The sprint today sees the drivers tackle 19 laps of the Lusail International Circuit.
It's a fast track here in Qatar. Expect to see the pack fight it out, trading places to improve their chances of scoring more championship points.
But just who comes out on top when the checkered flag flies? We're ready for the sprint here in Qatar. It's lights out and away we go.
Alright, we're not going to go super aggressive in terms of overtake. I don't want to take any unnecessary risks. Mick is up to 9th. Oscar has unfortunately dropped down behind Norris and is under pressure from Alonso. Softs on the 2 Red Bulls, Russell on hard tyres. And Leclerc has got through. I expect the Red Bulls to scamper away, although Russell is still fighting. And we get back in front of Tsunoda. Actually, no, it was Norris that we lost the place to. I was thinking of the other McLaren. So mix up 2 places. Good start, and Sainz is on hards and is also slow. Just generally slow. So fingers crossed we can get past him here as well. Thought he's going to have a little look at the inside for a second then. Looking to peak confidence. That's not going to get the move done.
DRS enabled.
Turn the tyres down so they don't melt, but we have just about got in front of Norris, and Norris tucks in behind. Excellent stuff. So Piastri back up to 4th place. Still behind Sainz. Let's save the battery until the main straight.
We can just focus on charging the pack.
Copy.
He's actually having a look at lining up Alonso here. Alonso might just have lost the DRS. I think he just about got it.
Big lift now.
Copy.
Sainz is side by side with Alonso.
Use energy now.
Copy.
Try and keep Oscar with Russell if we can, just to protect him from Norris. And also, hopefully, we can break away from Alonso and Sainz in the process. Give a little bit more tyre to both cars.
Let's push, come on.
I think Oscar is going to get caught here. Alright,
Back off now.
we can't get close enough. Let's cool the tyres down. Want to make sure Mick stays in range though, so we'll keep pushing him just a touch longer. Just hope Oscar can stay ahead of Norris.
No energy.
Copy. Okay, mate, let's try and protect
No
the
is
tyre.
the answer. You found my mini rant and you enjoyed it, yeah. So right at the start of FP1.
push a bit more.
Copy.
Keep your pace up.
Right, the Red Bulls are far enough ahead that they could just coast on those soft tyres now. I mean, they won't, but they could. They're going to continue scrapping amongst themselves. Oscar is going to come under pressure here from Alonso. So far we've got the door shut. Schumacher is still in range of sight. Evening, Daniel. Norris is broken away from us. He's going after George. And we've got nothing really to fight him with. So, let him go. I'll be happy with 5th place if we can hold on to 5th place. That's still worth 4 points. Nick in 8th place, that's worth a point at the moment. I am looking forward to seeing the new Mercedes. I'm looking forward to seeing all the new cars. I always do.
Overtaking is available.
Alright. Excellent. Schumacher up another place.
Look after front tyres.
Yeah. Let's go recharge on.
Just protect the tyres a little bit and slow the pace down just enough so that Mick can get onto the DRS of Alonso.
We need to focus on the energy now.
Copy.
Who's going to win the F1 title this year? I never make predictions before I've even, seen pre-season testing. Because there's no point. You're just guessing based on how teams have done it in the past. I mean, looking at it logically, you've got to say that Red Bull are going to go into the season as strong favourites. But who knows? Ferrari might have found something. Who knows what the new Mercedes is going to be actually capable of doing.
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Copy.
DRS disabled.
And,
DRS disabled.
if McLaren can kick on, further from what they were able to do last season, you can't write them out of the equation either. It could be an interesting season. Doesn't mean it will be, but it could be.
Okay, mate, let's keep looking after these tyres. Keep looking after these tyres.
Yeah. Okay, recharge on.
Do I see anyone getting close to Red Bull? Hopefully, but I think they're going to start the season very strong, as they usually do. It's a question of, how quickly other teams can play catch-up. I mean, we saw what McLaren did when they got their upgrade package on both cars at Silverstone. And from then onwards, they looked pretty impressive.
Okay, recharge on.
Ferrari had a few high spots. Mercedes looked good towards the end of the season. just don't know. It's too early to say. I mean, even pre-season testing, you can't read too much into that either, because teams will run different engine modes, different fuel loads. You can't do any real like-for-like comparisons, but you can kind of, try and read between the lines and get an idea of where cars' pace is at. But yeah, the only true test of where everyone's going to be is when they roll up to Bahrain and go into practice. That'll be the first real indication as to where everyone sits.
We're going to push on the tyres.
Yeah, copy.
Do I see Lewis winning races? Again, I can't answer that question until you see what kind of performance the W15 is going to bring. I'd like to see him, winning races again this year. I'd like to see him putting up a challenge to Max, because I do think he is the one driver out of all of the others on the grid who stands the best chance of taking the title from Max. But at the same time, if Ferrari get it right, Charles Leclerc could have a monster of a car. And he is very quick. So, who knows? It's like I said, it's too early to say. Right, I moved Mick up for two reasons. One, to try and minimise how far back he's going to drop when that penalty kicks in the main race. So getting him up an extra place means he's now dropping back to 16th, not 17th. And also, he's in peak confidence right now. He is more likely to be able to go after Alonso.
Used energy.
We'll use Piastri's battery just to give him a little bit of extra pace, make sure he can stay with Mick. I think Max will win the first race. We don't know what reliability is going to do as well. I mean, don't forget, Red Bull looked mighty fast at the first race of the new regulations, but both of their cars exploded. So, reliability has been less of a factor over the last year or so, but it's never going to completely go away. There's always going to be some gremlins. Mick is tantalisingly close to the DRS of Alonso.
Pick up the pace a bit.
Yep. Copy.
Oscar is dangerously close to getting dropped.
Used energy.
Yep. Copy.
I don't think Oscar got the DRS. Tsunoda's close. Mick got it. Oscar didn't. Have to keep pushing Oscar.
Okay, we'd like you to slow down, please.
Need to focus on getting the pack up.
Am I going to get F1 Manager 2024? And what team am I going to do? I don't know what team I'm going to do. And yes, I will be getting it if it actually does get released. I mean, there's potential information about it being released out there. It's just whether or not it actually happens or not. I hope it does. and I hope that they do take a step forward again, like they did this time.
You can back up a bit.
Copy.
Let's go recharge on. We can just focus on charging the pack.
Copy.
But I mean, the fact that I'm still streaming this game 5 nights a week at the moment should give you every indicator you need that I'll definitely be getting 2024. You know, I still love this game, still love this format, despite, you know, the little issues that bug the crap out of me. Because you know, the games I put on the channel, I put on because I enjoy playing them. I don't go chasing views. I don't, you know, try and maximise the views for money, because I don't monetize my content. It's, if I enjoy the game, I'm going to put it on the channel. If I don't, I'm not. You know. Oh. So, the soft tyres are not going to make it. Or at least some of them aren't, anyway. Anyway, Tony. Alright, Schumacher's through. Keep pushing. A little bit of extra pace, actually. See if we can break away from Alonso.
Let's pick our pace up, let's go.
Just finished Hungary, you didn't get sacked. Board review is at Spa, after Spa, I think. Isn't it? Pretty sure it's after Spa.
Use energy.
Copy.
Right, we're not breaking away from Alonso.
Recharge on.
And Alonso's going to get us again.
Okay, mate, so let's look after these tyres. Okay, recharge on.
We need to focus on the energy now.
Copy.
Oh, the board is satisfied. Oh, okay. You won't get sacked if they have low confidence. It's only if they have lost confidence that you'll get sacked when a review comes around.
Let's go recharge on.
Looks like Alonso is trying to break away. I'm going to let him go for now. We've kept the DRS anyway, which is nice. So now they're trying to just throw his car up the inside. McLaren looked to have found some pace again recently. Norris is still up there with Russell. They're 9 seconds ahead of us now. Yuki is still swarming all over the back of Oscar.
Push more.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Okay, push. Let's go.
Starting to get a little low on the
No
laps.
lift and coast required from our side at the moment.
Gonna up our tyre pace again soon. It's been a great race for Schumacher so far. We're up from 10th. Oscar has dropped down from 4th. And is now out of DRS range as well. That's not good.
Comfortable to push.
Copy.
Just looked a step
More
slow
lift and coast, please.
since he got
More
overtaken
in the
early on.
zone.
Lost his confidence. Now he's going to get overtaken here.
Energy if you need it.
Yeah.
Come on. Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Just
Copy.
stay tucked up behind Magnussen. I have to pick my moment, I think, with Oscar.
Come on.
Forgot about Leclerc. Punching his way through. Did Oscar make it? Please say he made it. Leclerc's through. Yes, he did, just.
3 laps. So you're good to push on tyres?
Yeah.
Recharge on, please. Recharge on.
Alright, we're close to Magnussen. We should get that position back. Can we just get into the DRS? We've got no battery left, but we barely use any in these last couple of corners here.
DRS. And energy is available.
Copy.
Here comes the lunge. Oh, covered it off. Oscar back up to 7th. Gets a nice healthy boost to his confidence, a much needed boost to his confidence. Alonso is still pushing hard.
Hold up. Currently P7.
Magnussen is holding back Leclerc, that's good. Do just a touch of fuel saving with Mick, but he's so close
Left and coast, please.
to getting back into Alonso's DRS. I think we might have just got him. Leclerc still has yet to get past Magnussen. This is excellent stuff. That should give us breathing room for the final lap.
Lift and coast is required for temperature. We've got no energy, no energy.
Coming.
Last lap. Let's see if we can get past them.
Do everything you can, mate.
Copy.
And now Leclerc's through,
No more lift and coast required.
and he's already over a second clear, 1.5 seconds clear of Magnussen.
Overtake is available.
Going to burn all of our battery here and just hope that it works. Don't think Oscar's close enough, but we've got a chance with Mick. No, that's it. So Alonso's going to beat us, I think. Can we hold off Leclerc? Oh, he gets alongside us, that's it. He's got us, damn
Max
it.
Verstappen over the finish
So,
line
only
to
a point
win the
for
sprint.
Oscar. But 4 points for Mick. Alonso gets 5 points, so we score equally with Aston Martin in the sprint. Stroll finishing in 9th place, out of the points.
That's the checkered flag.
Mick will start in 15th place. Yeah, 15th. Oscar will start in 7th. No, 6th. Oscar will start in 6th because Tsunoda has that penalty as well. So it gets rid of a McLaren briefly.
It's P8.
But if it's only 3 places, then he will be right behind us.
Well done, everyone.
That's an excellent drive to limit. Well done.
Not a bad sprint. Both cars in the points.
And there we see Mick Schumacher finishing with points after today's sprint.
They've displayed some moments of quality here. All they need now is some fine-tuning to achieve great things.
It's race day, and final preparations are underway.
Formula One first came to Qatar in 2021. Lewis Hamilton managed to pick up the victory, and in doing so claimed Lusail as his 30th different Grand Prix winning circuit. There are a few clouds here tonight, but the sky remains mostly clear. Will it stay this way, or will the weather throw a spanner in the works?
Well, it'll certainly be interesting to see what unfolds here at the Qatar Grand Prix.
Am I still developing this car? No, we stopped development now. We've only got enough money left for a couple more research projects as well. And I'm about to take another 1 million of that away because I need to buy a new gearbox for Mick. So he's not going to start 15th, he's actually going to start at the back because I'm going to apply another penalty. Unfortunately, that gearbox will not get him through the rest of this season. So we need a new one. Right. Means I might only have enough money for one more research project now, on top of the ones that are going through. Was 1-1 the final score, Farah? Alright, we are going to go very aggressive with Mick. He's got a lot of places to make up. Less so with Oscar. Just going to go with 1 extra lap of fuel with him. And let's see. It's just starting 15th. Oh, hang on a minute. It hasn't registered the extra gearbox penalty yet. There we go. So that will drop us down to 25th, which isn't possible. So that'll drop us down to 20th.
Here on the outskirts of Doha, the excitement continues to build as we approach the Qatar Grand Prix. Time for Oscar Piastri to show what he can do.
They must be excited to start 6th, but it's a long race, so they need to keep a cool head.
So let's see what today has in store, shall we?
Oh, I'm well aware of the cost of engine parts. Anthony, my engine
Here
bill
Lusail.
for spare parts was like 22 million last year.
It's lights out and away we go.
Let's go.
Oh, man, Oscar's down to 7th. Bad start. Not a great start for Mick either. Few soft tyre runners in front. Oscar back up to 7th after briefly dropping to 8th there. Magnussen still side by side. Just going to save Mick's battery here and his tyres while he's running at the back.
Recharge on.
Yeah, copy.
There we go, got the overtake done. Yeah, Yuki only got the a 3-place penalty. Zhou did get a big penalty, which is why he's down where he is. Let's put that back into neutral.
Recharge off.
Copy.
Back off now.
Copy.
Need to focus on getting the pack up.
Copy.
Once again, Max has just bolted away at the front. And he's going to stay bolted because Russell, Norris and Leclerc all on medium tyres. Got another lap now, effectively, until the DRS becomes usable.
DRS enable. That's P7 for now.
Got a little bit of a train forming behind Hamilton.
Energy is available.
Copy.
The Astons have gone. Can't keep up with them, unfortunately. Need to get past Zhou.
No more
Go around the outside. Should get a better launch out of the corner. There we go. There's Schumacher through. And a nice little confidence boost. Oscar has dropped behind Magnussen. That is not ideal. Down to 8th place.
Yep.
Just think about looking off this time where we need to.
Schumacher looking for a way past Valtteri now.
We can just focus on charging a pack.
We'll have a lunge up the inside. Nope.
Let's push, come on.
Copy.
Let's recharge on, recharge on.
Yeah, those Astons have really melted their softs already, look. It works for me. I'm trying to give myself the flexibility to change up Oscar's strategy and avoid using those hard tyres. But we have them in reserve just in case.
Okay, recharge on.
We need to focus on the energy now.
Yeah.
We need to cool the engine.
Yeah.
Wow, both of us got past Hamilton. I didn't even clock
Focus on
that.
bringing the pack back up.
Hamilton down to 19. We're going to get a replay. Yes,
So
we
this
are.
is what happened. And it was Mick Schumacher involved. It's certainly
So
inviting.
it looks like Bottas dive-bombed him at the final corner, and then...
And Mick Schumacher says, Dankeschön, thank you very much.
and then we got him into turn 1. Very nice.
Okay, let's go recharge on.
Copy.
We'll let Valtteri do a little bit of the heavy lifting here for us, closing up to the back of Gio and Porsche. Save a little bit more battery, save a little bit more tyre life, and then try and sprint our way through. But we do need to get past Kevin at some point soon. I want to try and get the battery up to full if I can. He's starting to up his pace a little bit. Let's see what he does across the line. A couple of tenths quicker. And Hamilton now is being overtaken by Zhou. Hamilton down to last place. I bet you're glad you're here for this one, Farah. Oh, yellow flag. Someone going wide. No, it's Porsche. Porsche's locked up.
Yellow, yellow.
Oh, he's had a spin. Not a lock up.
Nothing at this point. And then the car just goes. And I wonder, could they have done anything about that?
And expect to see Porsche boxing early now as a result of that. Let's see. Oh, look at those tyres. Horrendous. Let's get after.
Overtaking is available.
Let's get after Valtteri now. We'll try and get ourselves past Magnussen as well. That's not going to get it done.
Lean on the tyres as much as you can. Copy. Keep your pace up. Copy.
Well, I need to get past him quickly because I'm losing time now. There we go, muscle our way through. Schumacher's going to do the same. In the same spot.
Sweet. Good job.
Up to 7th. Again. Confidence improved again. Mick maxed on confidence now.
No more energy.
Yep.
DRS disabled. DRS disabled.
Alonso's backed off his tyres. Stroll hasn't. Almost got away from Magnussen. That's why I'm still pushing. And now we're in range, so we can slow Mick back down again.
Recharge on, please. Back off now.
Copy.
And yeah, we have now dropped Kevin. Nice. Let's keep pushing on a little bit more if we can. We'll start to close down Stroll and Alonso. I'll try and change mix strategy as well. It's 4 seconds faster on paper. And we have been very good for the tyres while we've been trying to cut our way through. Just been very sort of methodical in our approach here rather than just going hell for leather.
Save fuel.
Copy.
Straight down the outside. And that's up to 15th place. Yuki now has got past Magnussen. Keep an eye out for him.
See if we can focus on recharge, please.
Both the Red Bulls are faulted now. Leclerc has broken away from Russell and is 3 seconds clear of him. Yuki is fast approaching us. He's going to have a lunge at the end of turn 1, I think, at the end of the start-finish straight. Running covered off so far. Either we get some nice little defended bonuses here, or we're going to get overtaken pretty quickly, one of the two. But our confidence is about to change a little bit. still covering him off. Schumacher now past Giovinazzi. I don't think I would have bothered replacing, buying at least, certainly when I bought the new gearbox for Mick, and I probably wouldn't have bought the new ERS for him. If we didn't have to get fourth in the championship. So that has put, extra pressure on us to achieve a result in every race. Especially considering Aston are so close, and right now they will be taking fourth place from us as things stand.
No more ERS.
We're only 8 points clear of them, and they are currently on for 18 points. We're on for 6. Jump ahead of us by 4 points as things currently stand. I'm not sure if I've got enough pace in the car to get past either of them. Oscar's doing a bang up job of holding back Yuki, but it does mean he can't really push on. Race is due to stop very soon. Let's burn up what's left of these tyres.
Pick up the pace. Copy.
Do the same with Mick now as well.
Alright, ready, push, push. Giovinazzi is pitted.
Again, we've got him covered off.
Need to focus on getting the pack up.
Yeah, copy.
And we join the queue that is behind Oscar. So I'm going to box Oscar this lap.
So you get to push.
Yep.
Box, box.
Copy, box.
Recharge back on, please. Recharge on.
There we go. We've protected Oscar's confidence. Alonso has hit the pits as well. Medium tyres for Alonso. That's an okay stop.
Box now.
2.5, that's nearly 2.6. That's slow by our current standards. Sorry, Hedgehog.
Let's look after these tyres. Slightly bigger lift and coast in all areas, please. Back off now. Copy. We can just focus on charging the pack. Copy.
Max is in.
Use everything.
Yep.
Alright, little flurry of activity in the pits as well here. We've got Ocon right in front of us. If we get a good stop, we might be able to jump him. Need a good stop though. Not a good stop for Ocon. He still hasn't been released. Now he's been released. Oh yeah, we jumped him. 2.3, that's a bit more
now
like
what
it.
What happened there, Karun?
So Alpine's crew are ready to act. But we see the issue occur here.
And he's gone softs.
No lift and coast required.
Let's recharge on.
So, 6 seconds between our two drivers. That's not too bad. Have a chance to do a little bit of undercutting here. But I don't want to push these tyres too hard. If I can stretch these enough, maybe I can get a set of softs on at the end. It's a big ask. Stroll's in the pits. We need him to have a terrible stop here. It's okay, he's gone softs again. What did Alonso put on? Did he put on? No, he put on mediums, didn't he?
Maybe just take it easy on the straight.
Yep.
And we're right behind Stroll.
We need to focus on the energy now.
Yep.
So our undercut worked quite nicely. Stuck behind Giovinazzi though, who managed to get an undercut on us. Actually, I think we came out in front of him, but he overtook us on DRS on the main straight while we were getting up to speed.
Use energy.
Copy.
Push what little I've got left of the battery, but I'm not pushing the tyres in my quest to stay with Stroll. He's on softs, so if he wants to, he can break us just like that. Right, Yuki's in.
Overtake is available. Copy. Careful on the energy.
Copy.
And he has done.
Bring the pack up.
Yeah,
Copy.
just like that. He just turned it on in the final sector when his tyres got up to temp, and he's away. Right, we're ahead of Tsunoda. Not by a lot. We are ahead of him. Need to get this move done on Giovinazzi now. Charles Leclerc boxes from the lead. I am curious, as those who've gone soft, if they're going to have to go hards at the end, or if they're going to be able to get away with mediums. I imagine if they go mediums, they're going to have to do some serious tyre saving at some point, either on the softs or the mediums, or both. Max with a 1:25.7 is the new fastest lap. That is a lot faster than we're doing right now. Giovinazzi's pushing for all he's worth at the moment.
Recharge on.
Copy.
There's Yuki trying to find his way through. On those soft tyres, he's just going to cruise straight past us. Look. As long as we can stay with him for a bit. Nick needs to get this move done quickly. Should, if we can stay close enough, we should get him on the main straight. Just a little bit of extra tyre just to, really close that gap right down. Valtteri's in now. We'll easily get past him. Nick. Not good enough.
Okay, mate, let's try and protect the tyre.
Copy.
And Yuki's
Okay,
gone.
let's keep looking
Yeah,
after
again,
these
soft
tyres.
tyres, no surprise there. Hamilton's still out there on his mediums. Bottas has gone softs. The longer we stay stuck here, the worse it's going to be for us. I can't risk the overtake here because I don't have enough battery to pull away and get past on and avoid getting retaken on the main straight. So we're going to have to wait till the start-finish straight again, which is annoying, very annoying. Really fully commit now to this move.
Keep the pressure on.
There we go. This time we've got it.
Okay, mate, so let's look after these tyres.
Copy.
Hamilton's going to box at the end of this lap. If I can get past him, that would be a nice little confidence boost for Oscar, so he is back down to his starting level again.
You've got energy? Yep. Focus forward.
That's such a bad way to go through that corner. staying out. Alright, well that works for me. I've got the move done.
You need to look after the tyres. Copy. Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Timely little boost.
Copy.
And Oscar is 9th. Schumacher will be 10th at the end of this lap because Hamilton surely is going to box his time at 28%. If we do see drivers taking that risk and stretching below 30%, we may see some punches tonight. And I do get the feeling that Hamilton is trying to one-stop this race. Might well go onto a set of hards next, or he's going to go double soft, but given that he used up a lot of softs in qualifying, it may well be hards. If he goes hards, it's probably a one-stop. If he goes medium or soft, he's two-stopping. Schumacher's going to get him here. Again, we're going to fully commit to trying to get the move done. If we're close enough, it might register an overtake as he dives into the pits.
Hamilton's boxed.
Like that. There we go. So, Mick back into full confidence.
Bit of lift and coast where you can.
Okay, recharge on.
Both cars are in the points, but we are still losing 4th place to Aston Martin. To be honest, I'm amazed it's taken them this long to get to a position where they're going to overtake us in the standings. But up until a couple of races ago, I had hopes that we might be able to pull it off. Let's see. Hamilton has gone soft, so he's two-stopping. Let's see what Norris does. Norris has got the tyre wear, factor in his pocket. He's got the smoothness rating to make a one-stop work, but he's two-stopping as well. That to me suggests they're going to go for another set of softs. Albon just ahead of us, but we might have the DRS.
Still all to play.
We do. So, despite being on soft tyres, we might still be able to out-drag him into the corner. Not quite. Not quite. We're going to protect our car in this stint if we can. Schumacher's still in peak confidence. Neither drivers in do not overtake teammate mode at the moment. Don't need to worry about that yet. I'm going to turn Mick's tyres up just a touch though. If we can keep him in touch with Albon, that would be lovely.
We need to do what we can to recharge the battery.
What would I need to do if I went to softs? Need to go to about there. Yeah, we can do it. Something to aim for. Will definitely give us more grip, more pace in the final stint if we can manage the tyres nicely. And that might prove the difference if we can get softs on in that final stint. Take a look at the cars in front, see what they're going to have to do tyre-wise. So Alonso may have softs in the final stint. Stroll's going to have to go at least mediums, maybe even hards. Norris is going to be on softs. Yuki's... Ooh, I don't know about Yuki actually. He stopped early. He might be mediums, might be softs. Albon will be mediums. We are out of range again.
Just think about looking after this tyre where we need to.
Perez lurking in the background. Hamilton is still running around in last place. 1.5 seconds off the back of Pourchaire, who himself is a long way off Gasly. So Hamilton on course to finish in last place tonight. Unless he can suddenly find some pace, which has been absent all weekend. Look at tyre wear. Doing too bad on tyres. Albon gets through. That drops Mick out of peak confidence.
Good job.
Piastri has been overtaken as well. That's a bit more of an issue. That's dropped him back down to his starting level. Oh, got a yellow flag, and that is Pourchaire. Is that a spin again?
Yellow.
Copy.
Let's have a look at that. Now this was at turn 1.
Under pressure from Hamilton.
And the car just locks. Now they
just
did
big
leave
lock
it
at this
very
time.
late.
Overtake is available.
Copy.
No lift and coast.
Oh God, Magnus has got me as well.
Copy.
Another soft tyre car. This is why I'm trying to just stretch our tyres so we can go soft at the end. Just to have that much more grip.
Need to focus on getting the pack up. Copy. DRS disabled.
Yeah, copy.
That's another set of tyres ruined for Teo Pourchaire. It's got to go hard now, surely. He's going mediums. They won't last, I don't think. Certainly might be locked up again, so Pourchaire might have to 3-stop this race.
push, come on.
Copy. Push.
Okay.
I'm getting a little worried about Mick.
Big lift off.
Copy.
A lot of cars on soft tyres lining us up.
Wow.
Okay, mate, so head down.
Albon and Sainz have both started pushing at the same time. That's caught us a little flat-footed. Yeah, we just lacking a little bit at the moment. I'm hoping these soft tyres are going to start falling away soon because we're struggling to keep up with cars here. They're just lining us up one after the other, going backwards. I need to try and turn these around, but I don't want to push the tyres. Sainz has caught Albon. Hopefully that will slow the pair of them down as they scrap, because we're losing a little bit of time defending from Kevin. We are just about still there. Schumacher is losing time having to hold back Perez.
Recharge on, please. Recharge on.
Copy.
Sainz gets past Albon. Kevin Magnussen for company. We're looking good in the sprint, not so much in the race. Probably should have started on the mediums. And then would have given me softs here in this stint. That, or I should have just committed to the soft, medium, soft from the very beginning and gone soft, soft, medium. And then I'd have the same pace as these guys, but then we wouldn't have the pace at the end, which I think might be more useful. I don't know, it depends how much the grid spreads out. Stroll is in. Albon might box this lap. He doesn't. So, we should get the move done. Yes, we do. And it is medium tyres for Stroll. That's an okay stop.
Sweet. That's a Good job, well done.
Schumacher still holding off Perez, which is good. How long till Ocon boxes? Not long.
Use energy.
Just going to try and break away from Alex. Get onto Sainz if I can. Ah, Perez finally got us. That's been coming for a while.
Okay, let's get back on it.
But now drops Mick down into high confidence.
Back off.
Copy.
Left and coast 12.
Yep.
Valtteri on an old set of softs closing in. Here comes boxing, if not this lap, then next, I would imagine.
Albon.
He boxes this lap. We weren't close enough to register it as an overtake this time. And we weren't close enough to the back of Perez to get the DRS from him. So now we're vulnerable to Valtteri. Hey, yeah. Oh, yellow flag.
Let's take a
It's
closer
a
look.
lock-up for Alonso.
Let's
That's
have a
really
look
good
then
news.
at turn 6. The wheels just lock up there. By that point, it was just too late.
A, it slows him down quite significantly. B, it's done some damage to his tyres. That means when he stops, he's probably going to have to go mediums rather than softs because they're now looking very ropey. Magnussen, I can't defend that. God damn. Just so much more grip on that compound. Alonso's in.
Do the best.
Hope he has a crap stop as well. Yuki's in behind him, and so is Carlos Sainz. So I'm expecting mediums on all three of these. It's mediums for Sainz. Can't see Yuki's tyres. I think it's mediums for him as well. Alonso is going to have to go mediums. That's a decent stop. Giovinazzi's in as well, so that's mediums for him as well.
It's alright, buddy. It's all good. It's all good.
Valtteri did get us. Magnussen got us as well, and now Perez is all over the back of Oscar. Right, we've got back past Valtteri for now, but he's still got the inside line. We have the acceleration. We have the technology. We can rebuild him. Make him better than he was. And all that jazz. Right, we are at risk of getting dropped by Magnussen, and that is going to leave us incredibly vulnerable to Perez.
Push the
Let's
tyres
close the
now.
gap up.
Yep.
It's going to be tight. It's going to be very tight. I just about made it.
Bottas boxed.
Valtteri's in the pits. Excellent. So
Just
we
focus
did
on
manage to get
charging
back in
the
front
pack.
before he boxed.
Copy.
That was very important.
Back on.
Copy.
Stroll is a coming. He's on mediums to the end as well. under pressure. Don't know if I can do that again this lap. I'm going to have to
No
try.
saving required.
Yeah.
Otherwise Perez is going to dive
Pick
bomb
up
me.
the pace a bit.
And he's not stopping for a little while. Magnussen's only got one more lap in him if he doesn't box this lap, I think, before he has to stop. It's going to be close again, but I don't think we're close enough this time. Maybe. Magnussen does box.
Magnussen has now stopped.
And again, we're not going to get the DRS. We're going to be vulnerable.
We need to focus on the energy now.
Copy.
Damn it, all that work
Back off in the high
to
speed.
just lose the place anyway. Gasly is through and he's about to have a lunge. He's got us. At least see if I can keep Stroll behind. I am not even going to try for the fastest lap tonight.
Okay, mate. No
I
more
might be able to
left
get
needed.
it, you know, if I went full push, but I cannot risk burning out the tyres. Stay close to Gasly, or else the Astons are going to swallow me up. And the longer we can hold them up as well, the better. We can overheat their tyres. That would be really nice. We're going to lose the position possibly to Stroll. He's going to try and go around the outside. He's got us. It's going to become the inside. Oh, yeah, he's through. But this will give us DRS, so we might be able to retake the place from him.
Wow.
No, he's close enough to Gasly, so he's just going to launch an attack on
Keep going,
Gasly.
we're in a good place. Overtaking is available. Copy.
I think I'm going to box Oscar this lap, and then we're just going to have to protect those softs. I don't want Gasly and Stroll speeding up to the back of him. Let's box this lap. We'll box Mick on the next lap. Max is in from the lead. Just going to give that up to Charles Leclerc. He's going mediums. Fastest lap to Charles Leclerc, 1:24.7. Yeah, we haven't got a hope in hell of getting that time.
Let's get close if we can.
Oh, god damn it. Once again, he dives in and we're going to lose the DRS. Now we're going to get gobbled up again. Look how quickly Alonso just steamed up to the back of us, and that means Yuki might get through as well. No, Yuki has to think better of it. Tuck in. Shit, Oscar hasn't boxed. Oh, god damn it.
Okay, so let's keep going. Boxing this up.
Copy. Box. Okay, let's box at the end of this lap, please.
Copy. Box this up. So take it easy in the fast corners.
It's all falling apart.
Let's look after these tyres. More lift and coast, please, in each zone.
Stroll is coming.
To recharge on, please.
Copy.
pack up.
Copy.
At least you won't get DRS off us.
Off good pit lane.
And he didn't get past us as well.
Copy.
Small mercies.
That's
Yep.
Right, going for a double stop. We haven't done this for a while. Of course. Luckily, I don't think we held up Nick. And he hit the 2.3.
Tight with Bottas on exit.
God, this race has just gone from bad to worse.
You can push more.
Yep. Let's go recharge on, please.
Yellow flag. If that's a safety car, oh, that's Alonso. That's a big spin.
what a mistake, eh?
That's damaged those tyres as well. Hopefully he's hurt his underfloor
Okay,
too.
I'd like you to slow down, please.
Tyres are down to 71%. I don't think that'll hurt him enough.
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Copy.
Just going to let these tyres come up to temp normally. I'm not going to push them at all. I've got a long way to go. Now we're going to be vulnerable to Gasly. He's probably going to get us here.
Use energy
I don't
now.
think I was quick enough to switch that on.
Need to focus on getting the pack up.
He's going to get us into turn one. He's closing in on the back of Giovinazzi.
Recharge on.
Frustrated. .24.4. Times are coming down even more.
Use energy.
Copy. Let's go recharge on. Keep your pace up.
Coming.
Perez is out in front on a new set of softs, but there's a lot of cars in front on mediums now. So hopefully we can do to them what they did to us. Who has caused the yellow? Stroll.
Here's the replay. Here we are down at
glorious.
turn 7.
Problems for both Astons. This is what we need.
There goes the steering. Just unable
Unfortunately,
to control the car by that point.
it wasn't as bad as it could have been. But every little helps.
You can use energy.
Copy.
DRS.
Copy.
Let's go recharge on, please. Recharge on.
Copy.
Dive bomb up the inside. Evening, Derek. So good little confidence boost. Mick is slowly working his way back up. He's broken away from Giovinazzi now.
Decent left and coast.
Copy.
See what times everyone else in front is doing. 26s. Magnussen's on a push. 23.9 for Norris. Just beating Russell. Yeah, Bottas is pushing hard. He's got Perez right behind him. Right, let's take a look at overall gaps. So, if we want to get back up into a decent point playing position, let's target Sainz. Sainz is 11 seconds ahead of us. And we are lapping quicker than him. Cruising up carefully into the back of Valtteri, and they can move on him next lap. Porsche is in for another stop, so he is going to have to 3-stop. I did think he might have to. This will put Hamilton back up into 19th again, but if this is a set of softs, he's going to struggle to keep Porsche behind him. In fact, Hamilton's about to get lapped by Charles Leclerc. It is soft.
We can just focus on charging the pack.
Copy.
I'm doing this for you, Farah.
Use energy.
Copy.
And that is Oscar past Valtteri.
Lovely.
Good job. We need to focus on the energy now.
There you go. Hamilton's been lapped. Right, what's our gap to Sainz? Still lapping quicker. And the gap is now 8 seconds. And Schumacher has now caught the back of Gasly. Piastri has dropped Valtteri.
Overtake is available. We can push more.
There we go, up the inside.
Let's go recharge on, please, recharge on.
So another extra bit of confidence there for Mick. He should close up to Valtteri pretty quickly. Piastri has caught the back of Albon and Perez. It'll be 10 laps for us when we cross the line. We've got pace to beat most of the cars in front. We can certainly catch and pass Sainz. I just don't know what's going to go on with Perez. That is the wild card in this equation.
Pull out to take some air on the straight.
Copy.
So slow now.
Copy.
Bring the pack up.
Copy.
Push a bit more.
Copy.
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Copy.
That is P12 and peak confidence for Oscar.
Sweet.
You're doing a good job.
Schumacher's now past Bottas, and now he's into peak confidence, starting to come together again. New fastest lap for Max, 1:23.7. Jesus. Oh, and it's immediately broken by Teo. Jesus. 1:23.3. And he's all over the back of Hamilton. Hamilton about to be obliterated by the young Frenchman. There he goes, straight at the inside. So Hamilton is going to finish in this race in last place, unless something happens to a car in front of him. Oscar, meanwhile, has now caught Ocon.
We need lift and coast.
Don't know if we'll get past him this lap. Sainz is now just 5 seconds ahead of us. And it's only another couple of seconds to... Another 4 or 5 seconds up the road to Sonoda.
And energy is available.
Try force the issue early here, potentially. Actually, no, let's not. Let's charge up.
Need to focus on getting the pack up. So take it easy. Save fuel.
Let's get him on the main straight. Gonna need that battery. Now we'll go for it.
Use energy. Push on your fronts now.
And you can see we have saved enough tyres to not have to worry about tyres now for the rest of the race. That's not enough. Come on, Oscar, commit to the move. There you go, up the inside. Beautiful. Keep going. Get back into range of Perez. Schumacher now almost on the back of Albon. Starting to make progress. Yeah, we're going to charge the battery.
All right, recharge on.
Right, we've dropped Albon. Ocon, sorry.
Lift and coast.
Okay, make a good job. No more lift and coast required.
Copy. No energy. 6 to go.
Copy. Okay, so let's cool the car now.
Beautiful stuff. Full confidence for Mick, 13th place.
Recharge on.
Points are tantalisingly close for both drivers here. See, the Astons are doing 126.6s. We're still in the 125. 7 seconds ahead. I don't know if we're going to catch Stroll. There you can see Oscar has got everyone up to Sainz lined up in front. Hope the soft tyres work for us the way they work for everyone who just mothered their way past us in the middle stint. Schumacher has almost caught Ocon. He has caught Ocon. Excellent stuff.
Need to lift where you can.
Oh, that's Alonso in front. I
5 to go.
forgot because he had that lock-up, sorry, that spin, didn't he? What are his tyres looking like? Oh, really bad. Really bad. We're going to knock Alonso out of the points. Perez is going to get him, I'm going to get him, and Schumacher should catch and get him as well.
Overtake button available. Okay, mate, let's keep looking after these tyres. Look after front tyres.
There we go.
Lean on the tyres.
Back in the points. And Alonso is out of the points. Again, non-committal move. We've got 4 laps to go, including the one we're on.
No lift and coast required.
There we go, Schumacher has got the move done. It's 12th place.
Can we do lift and coast?
Once those tyres are falling apart, he might not even finish this race. He's certainly not getting in the points. Schumacher's about to muller past him here.
And recharge on. Recharge
Has a
on.
puncture. Alonso has a puncture.
DRS disabled. DRS disabled.
We watched that go right in front of us then. That was glorious.
Sweet to go.
And it happened right on the start-finish straight. He's got to do an entire lap before he can box. Hamilton might not finish last now.
Energy is available. Come on.
We've got a little over 2.5 laps to go. Trying to start getting aggressive. Still a chance we can catch Stroll. And the higher up we finish, the better we are in terms of the damage limitation, or even pulling out a small extra bit of gap to Aston if we can get past Stroll or get Mick into the points nicely as well.
Back off now. No energy.
That is Stroll, just in front of this little group. There he is. You can just see him turning through. It's close. We have 2 laps to go. And Alonso is behind and still hasn't made it back to the pits. Hamilton is not going to finish last. Sorry, Ferrari. These things happen.
Push on the tyres. No saving required. Use energy. We can just focus on charging the pack.
We'll get the move up the inside, up the inside. Good lads, good lads. And that sets us up, hopefully. I've got no battery left. Ah, damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. So that would set us up for Sainz, but of course we had no battery left. Bugger.
We need to focus on the energy now.
I'm not going to get making the points, I don't think.
Okay, so let's look after these tyres.
Max Verstappen over the finish
That Stroll
line
up ahead
and
is so
today's
close,
winner.
we can almost reach out and touch him.
Big lift now. You've got energy.
Oh, it's a puncture for someone. Is that still Alonso? It is. It's Alonso. He's still out there. Damn it! That's ruined it.
Back up.
We had a chance of getting Perez and Sainz. Now we don't.
And you are free to use the energy when you want.
All right, 10th. 10th and 11th. We just lost too many places in that middle stint.
That's checkered flag. P10.
We're there when it mattered. Thanks, guys.
That's an excellent drive to limit. Well done.
But
Well done.
Stroll
So,
only finished in
11th.
7th place, and Alonso finished last. So Stroll picked up
Very well driven.
4 points. No, he picked up 6 points. We picked up 1. So that means we should still be 3 points ahead.
Now, wasn't it an excellent showing from Oscar Piastri?
It's safe to say they exceeded all expectations. A finish in the points, and my goodness, it is very well deserved.
The team has been waiting patiently there, and you can see just how much it means to each and every one of them.
Oh, it's going to get
Well, Max
really,
Verstappen
really,
can add yet
really
another
close.
podium to his already impressive record.
4 superb wins to their name now this year, and it's been a pleasure watching them drive.
And that picture right there brings together the podium finishers for the Qatar Grand Prix. And down there in the Alpha Tauri garage, Karun, what would they be making of that race, do you think?
Well, it was a bit of a mixed bag here. Some things went their way, but others didn't. I think their main target now will be finding some consistency for sure.
So then, our time in Lusail is now up.
Coming up next, we'll be crossing the pond all the way to Texas for the twists and turns of the United States Grand Prix.
I have to say, I was momentarily elated and then disappointed when I realised that the Aston Martin in front of us on that last lap with a puncture wasn't Stroll. It was actually Alonso who'd stayed out. If it was me, I'd have boxed and just gone hell for leather and see if we could have taken the fastest lap away from Teo, who blitzed it with a 1:23.399. Confirmation of the final result sees Max with yet another win. Charles Leclerc up 3 places to take second. George drops down to third, and his title challenge is fading. Unfortunately, a decent run for McLaren tonight. Look at that, 12 points for Norris, 10 points for Tsunoda. Big scoring weekend, and they did well in the sprint as well. So, yeah, big points for McLaren. Got to keep an eye on them now. Magnussen getting some big points for Haas. 8 points there. Stroll, as I say, 6 points for him. Sainz gets some points for Mercedes. They need those desperately. Perez had a good recovery after getting eliminated in Q1, gained some places in the sprint, and then gained 4 more in the race, and managed to hold us off. We did get the final point and finished nose to tail. There you can see a good recovery drive from Mick, considering he started at the very back of the grid with those 2 penalties. And then if we look at the bottom half, Alonso down in the last place. Lewis Hamilton only 1 better. He's had no pace at all this weekend. Is that him? Is that the car? Is it his powertrain? Combination of all 3? I think that's probably the most likely. But yeah, really bad times for Mercedes. They are languishing at the bottom of the pack. That's they would expect it to be leading right now. So let's see what that's done to the drivers' standings. Max now has a 37-point lead over his teammate, and as you can see, Russell just struggling to stay with them at the moment. He did well in the sprints, but lost places in the race. He is losing more ground as well. He's now 41 points behind Max. It's still open. There's still points to play. Points in play. We've still got 2 more sprint weekends and another 3 races on top of that as well. So plenty of points still up for grabs. This title race is definitely a 3-way fight, and it's by no means done yet. 4 wins apiece for each of the Red Bulls, 5 wins for Russell. But obviously Max has got those 3 sprint wins as well, which is giving him a bit of an edge. Perez in 4th place. Strong points there for Lando this weekend. As you can see, he's now just 4 points behind Perez. Strong points for Yuki as well. Pulls him clear of Oscar, who's now on 102 points. Stroll closes the gap a little bit, but we do have a little bit of a margin there, 13 points. Zhou stays in 9th. Alonso gains 5 points from the sprint. That closes him within 10 points of Zhou. Hamilton drops down a place, still stuck on his race number 44. Schumacher gets within 7 of Hamilton. If we can get both of our drivers past Hamilton, that would be something. Sainz gets some points as well. He's still just a point behind Mick. And then as we scroll further down, big points for Magnussen. That's 8 points, jumps him above his teammate into 18th place, and that's going to be very important for Haas in the Constructors. Let's take a look at the Constructors. Red Bull on 653, big points, more than double what Ferrari scored. I think that's probably just wrapped up the Constructors. I don't think Ferrari can mount a challenge now. Not unless Ferrari really, self-destruct in the remaining, Red Bull self-destruct in the remaining races. McLaren, big points for them, but they're too far ahead to be threatened, too far behind to challenge, so they are pretty much just locking themselves into 3rd place. There you see the gap now, just 3 points. We are still in 4th, but only just. And Mercedes start to close back in on Williams. And there you see Haas now just 2 points from Alfa Romeo, and with a chance to move off the bottom of the standings. We did not get the fastest pit stop tonight. Red Bull getting both drivers in 2.1s. Ooh, they've found some pace. We got 3rd and 10th, so we're going to lose quite a few points to them tonight. But we are still top. We've got a lead of 35 points, which isn't too shabby. I would like it to be a little bit bigger. Let's have a look at our driver cards. Across the whole weekend, 17 successful overtakes and 18 failed, 21 successful defences and 14 failed for Mick. And Oscar, 11 successful overtakes, 14 failed, 29 successful defences and only 14 failed. Good driving from both drivers. Just a shame we had to spend yet more money on Mick's car. And in terms of sponsors, well, we had to pay out $1 million for a new gearbox. But we got our quali streak done. We didn't get the fastest lap, but it was an incentive. We did get 1 car into Q3. Actually, no, the incentive was both cars in Q3. We got that. And then the guarantees, 2 in the top 12. We managed that. Both cars in Q2 and both qualifying in the top 12. So we gain, after buying the new gearbox, we gained about 100 grand on our base rate. But yeah, it's all extra cash, isn't it? And that is where we are going to leave it for tonight. It's been a long stream tonight. And we will pick this up from here tomorrow at the usual time for another sprint weekend to round the week off. We'll be back tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Until then, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with more F1 Manager very soon.